I bet you didn't know how Docker can transform your software development process. Enter Docker, an open-source platform that revolutionized the way we build, ship, and run applications. This guide will take you on a journey through Docker's main concepts and how to harness its power. Whether you're a developer or a system administrator, Docker can transform your workflow. Docker packages applications and their dependencies into portable containers, much like shipping containers revolutionized global trade. Imagine a container as a compact, self-sufficient unit with everything your app needs to thrive. This innovation solved the age-old problem of it works on my machine, but not in production, ensuring consistency across environments. With Docker, developers can focus on crafting code without the distraction of infrastructure concerns. It provides a consistent environment for applications to run, regardless of the host operating system. This portability and ease of use have made Docker an indispensable tool in the realm of modern software development. Why are there not more people talking about containerization? Imagine you're moving to a new house. You pack all your belongings into boxes, labeling each one carefully. Containerization is like packing an application and its dependencies into a box, keeping it separate from the host system and other boxes. Unlike virtual machines that are like moving entire rooms with furniture, containers are like moving just the boxes. This makes containers smaller, faster, and more efficient than virtual machines. Containers use the host's operating system, so they start quickly and use fewer resources. This makes containers perfect for microservices, where apps are split into smaller parts. Each part can run in its own container, making it easier to manage and scale. Docker is a popular tool for containerization, making it easy to build, share, and run containers. It has changed how we develop and deploy apps, making the process faster, scalable, and portable. I don't think people understand Docker's architecture. Imagine Docker as a bustling city with three main characters: the Docker engine, Docker images, and Docker registries. Understanding these characters helps you navigate Docker City. The Docker engine is the heart of the city. It builds, runs, and manages the city's containers. It has a daemon process that oversees the containers, and a command line interface that lets citizens interact with the daemon. Docker images are like blueprints, containing everything needed to create a container. They are snapshots of your app and its dependencies. These blueprints are crafted using a Dockerfile, a text file with instructions for building the blueprint. Docker registries are the city's libraries, storing all the blueprints. Docker Hub is a public library with many blueprints, while private libraries can be set up for organizations to store their own blueprints securely. These characters work together to keep Docker City running smoothly. Developers can create Dockerfiles to define their app environments, build blueprints using the Docker engine, and share these blueprints through Docker registries. This makes development and deployment in Docker City faster and more consistent. You need to watch this if you struggle with installing software. Step 1. Identify your operating system. Step 2. Head to Docker's documentation for a detailed guide. For Linux adventurers, use package managers like apt or yum. For macOS and Windows explorers, download Docker Desktop. Docker Desktop is your user-friendly companion. After installation, run this command to verify. It will display the Docker version. Success! Docker is ready for action. Now embark on your container journey. Download images from Docker Hub or create your own with Dockerfiles. Stop doing manual setups. Do automated builds with Dockerfiles instead. Imagine Dockerfiles as the blueprints for your creative project. These text files contain the step-by-step instructions to bring your vision to life. Each instruction adds a new layer to your masterpiece, making the creation process smooth and efficient. Your project usually begins with a from instruction, setting the foundation with a base image. This base image can come from Docker Hub or be a local image. Next, you add layers with instructions like run, copy, and expose to install software. Copy files and set up the environment. For instance, run apt-get update and an apt-get install. Nginx copy index.html/var/www/html/expose 80cmd, nginx g daemon off. In this creative journey, the Dockerfile uses a base image, installs nginx, copies a file, exposes port 80, and starts nginx. To bring your project to life, use the docker build command and point to the Dockerfiles directory. Docker will follow your blueprint to create the final image, turning your creative vision into reality. Stop doing manual deployments. Do Docker containers instead. A Docker image is like a blueprint for a ship, which can be used to create running instances of your application, called containers or ships. Docker has a command line interface, or CLI, to manage your fleet of ships. To launch a ship from a blueprint, use the command with the image name. For example, to set sail with a ship from the blueprint we created earlier, use this command, bash docker run dep 8080 80 nginx. This command launches a ship in the background, maps port 8080 on your computer to port 80 in the ship, and uses the nginx blueprint. Other useful Docker commands are to list all active ships, to dock a ship, to relaunch a ship, and to decommission a ship. You need to hear this if you're a developer. Section 7. Docker in real-world applications. Docker is very popular in many industries. It changes how we build, deploy, and scale applications. Let's look at some success stories and case studies. Microservices architecture. Spotify uses Docker to manage its microservices, allowing them to scale services independently and deploy updates seamlessly. Each service can be a separate container, enabling independent scaling, updates, and rollbacks. Continuous integration and continuous delivery, or CI/CD. Netflix leverages Docker for its CI/CD pipelines, enabling automated building, testing, and deployment of applications. Containers provide a consistent environment for each stage of the pipeline, ensuring reliability and reducing errors. Cloud-native development. The New York Times uses Docker for its cloud-native applications, which are designed to run in cloud environments. Containers are great for deploying and scaling applications on cloud platforms like AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. These are just a few examples of how Docker is used in real-world applications. Docker's versatility, efficiency, and ease of use make it essential for modern software development and deployment. I bet you didn't know how crucial Docker security is. Imagine Docker as a treasure chest. It's valuable, but it needs protection. Here are some golden rules to keep your Docker treasure safe. Use trusted sources. Just like you wouldn't trust a stranger with your treasure, get images from trusted sources like Docker Hub's official repositories. Avoid images with known issues or from unknown sources. Minimize image size. Keep your treasure chest light and simple. Remove unnecessary items to reduce risks. Least privilege. Only give your treasure chest the permissions it needs. Don't run containers as root. Use user namespaces to limit access. Security scanning. Regularly check your treasure for issues using tools like Claire or Anchor. These tools can find problems and suggest fixes. Follow these golden rules to keep your Docker treasure safe and reduce risks. Why are there not more people talking about Docker? Docker is a game changer, making software development and deployment easier and faster. It packages applications and their dependencies into containers, changing how we build and run software. This guide introduced Docker's basics, its main parts, and how to use it. We learned about containerization, building Docker images, and running containers. As you use Docker more, you'll see how it can make your work easier, help you work with others, and let you build and deploy software more efficiently. Embrace Docker and open up new possibilities in modern software development. Imagine a developer who struggled with deployment issues, but after adopting Docker, saw their projects flourish. They shared their success at a tech meetup, inspiring others to explore Docker's potential. The future of Docker is bright, with endless possibilities for innovation and collaboration. Embrace Docker and be part of the future of software development. If you enjoyed this guide, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Your support helps us create more valuable content for you. Subscribe now to stay updated with our latest content. Like, comment, and share to spread the knowledge.